How have tasers changed the use of someone's weapon? I mean, the taser is also a weapon, I suppose, but it presumably is not lethal like a shot would be. So, can you talk a little, Chris, about how that's changed? And then, Chief, I just want you to talk about the use of tasers here in Evanston and any guidelines around that.
So, tasers are a tool. They're not a substitute for deadly force, but they have been accountable for a reduction in force in some agencies that have utilized them. We made the mistake when we instituted taser type weapons as saying it can be anywhere from, oh, you look at me funny, to a substitute for deadly force. And very bad case law, unfortunate deaths of members of the public, we've resulted in active or aggressive resistance, right? It's a tool that has some dangers involved in it. It doesn't solve everything. And so the criteria, right, should have been there in the beginning, not all over the map as we started. And it's a mistake that we make in policing, right? There's not a standard. Ask your fire department what the standard is for the distance from a fire hydrant or a station to a business to anything else. They'll quote it off the top of their head. Every captain in the town will. Well, what's the police standard? I'll bet you'll get 40 different standards or more just in your state alone. Yep. We can do a better job there.
Chief, you have any thoughts on tasers in Evanston that you wanted to talk to? Or I've got a few more questions I want to get to before we wrap up the hour.
Yeah, a taser is on the use of force continuum. No matter what level of force you utilize, you have to be able to articulate and justify your reasoning for using a taser. And that all has to fit in the state law. As Chris said, a taser improperly used can be a hazard. But fortunately, the device provides a lot of data in terms of how it was used, how long a person was tased, was that tasing of that person within the guidelines of state law? Did the officer tase the person when there were other hazards that jeopardized the citizen's life and things of that nature? For instance, you don't want to tase somebody standing up on a porch and the stairs are right there. You could create additional hazards there. But they have been effective in the proper application of it when it's utilized within the bounds.